Good morning, guys. Richie Rich here. Today in this video, I am now gonna be doing the main video that I have planned so far. It is going to be about every generation of the Toyota Supra. Now, this is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I'm still doing progress on that. It's not really finished just yet. I still got more to do for this. I'm like halfway, like somewhere around halfway done. I don't know, but somewhere around there, like 50% done. So if I get the chance to do the last 50%, then I'll be done. So this is unfinished yet. So in other words, it's not really done yet. So I've been doing a lot of work on the Supra for a while. You know, just doing a lot of info on the car and all that, and yeah, I just had a shower and I literally shaved, so looking good, fresh, and I'm wearing a new clean shirt. This is another shirt I got from Primark, also 8 quid. So I think I mentioned you guys the first one that I showed you. It was Los Angeles, and I got one with white and black, and got another one with black and green. So they cost 8 quid, and so this is the other one, so it looks pretty cool. So yep, pretty cool. I was just showing you there's the label right here. So present utility is 04.xx. Its future is easy project. LDN plus not LDN point F. So I believe that says London onto it, but it says US onto it, but well, it is cool. So I decided to go for like a new look for this. So yeah, it looks cool for me. I decided to choose it. So guys think this is cool? Comment below, because I think this looks really cool. You know, like considering I got 2 of them, but myself, I bought them myself actually. So in total 16 quid, but I spent 20 because I bought a couple key rings like Xbox and PS4. I don't know why, but I just think they're just cool. But anyway, let's get to business. So like I said, I'm not done with this yet, but at some point I will have a chance to finish the info off. But I don't know, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So Fast and Furious stuff I've done. There it is. So let's do it. So don't forget, this is part 1, okay? Hold on. Whoa. I'm trying to get this time, because you never know if these bottles explode. Oh. Whoa. So I have to open it as one time by one time, as slow as I can, just so that it doesn't leak everywhere. You guys wondering what I'm drinking? It's a bottle of San Celestino, Italia. It's carbonated natural mineral water. It's frizzante, which is Italian for sparkling, as you can see right here. Sparkling, and then it says frizzante. I kind of speak kind of good Italian, but just the words, not like full Italian, just only the words. But so yeah. Anyway, now I'm all hydrated. Let's do it. So the Toyota Supra. The Toyota Supra in Japanese is a Heapburn, I think. Toyota Supra. Yeah, Toyota Supra. That's how, like, in Japan, the people call it. I'll show you real quick. As you can see, right here, all like the Japanese words right here, and it says Toyota Supra. I think it's meant to say Supra in Japanese. I think that's how they say it. I don't know, but hell, sounds cool. Like really cool indeed. Alright, the Toyota Supra. Yeah, the Supra is a sports car and Grand Tourer manufactured by the TMC Toyota Motor Corporation beginning in 1978. The name Supra is derived from the Latin prefix meaning above, to surpass, as to say, or go beyond. So it means like those 3 words like in one, basically. So let's do like its overview. So got like the first ever Supra. So overview is first. Well, I believe it's the first one. Yes, I think it was. So the manufacturer is Toyota, also called the Toyota Celica XX from 1978 to 1986, and the Toyota Celica Supra, also from 1978 to 1986. The Toyota GR Supra from 2019 to present, which is still in production still, which is like the new Supra, but even though it's a BMW Z4 underneath. Production was from April 1978 to August 2002, so that was like for like the older generation of the Supras. And then for the new one, it's from March 2019 to the present year, which is also this year, 2023. Body and chassis next. Class is a sports car, also a Grand Tourer. Body style, you can get one as a 3-door liftback or fastback, as you can call it. Layout is a front engine rear-wheel drive, obviously, is the build recipe for these cars. The chronology predecessor is the Toyota Celica A20, A30 editions. The initial 4 generations of the Supra were produced from 1978 to 2002. The 5th generation has been produced since March 2019 and went on sale in May 2019, so it was 2 months after it was been produced. The styling of the original Supra was derived from the Toyota Celica, but it was both longer and wider. Starting in mid 1986, the A70 Supra became a separate model from the Celica. In turn, Toyota also stopped using the prefix Celica and named the car Supra. Owing to the similarity, there we go, and past of the Celica's name, it's frequently mistaken for the Supra and vice versa. The first, second, and third generations of the Supra were assembled at the Tahara plant in Tahara, Aichi in Japan, while the 4th generation was assembled at the... It took a bit of time to get this word right, but it's spelled... it's called Motomachi plant in Toyota City, which is like a whole city owned by Toyota. If you would see in a Top Gear, like with Richard Hammond Birmingham, like compilation, you would see on one of them, like, he would talk about like the Toyota City, which is like a whole city owned by a Toyota. Like, and he said, imagine Birmingham, but only with Toyotas. So yeah, at the Motomachi plant in Toyota City, the 5th generation of the Supra is assembled alongside the G29 BMW Z4 in Graz, Austria, by Magna Steyr. I don't even know how to pronounce that. It's spelled Steyr. Automotive Contract Manufacturing. The Supra traces much of its roots back to the 2000 GT, owing to an inline-6 layout. That's good. No need for like 4 cylinders, because it would be weird with a Supra with a 4-cylinder engine. But there is the 5th generation. The 5th generation is also a 4 cylinders, not just 6, but it's also a 4-cylinder. But the performance is a little bit different. The first 3 generations were offered with a direct descendant to the Toyota's Crown and 2000 GT's Mengine. I don't even know how to say that word. It's spelled M-E... No, wait, hold on. I take it back. Hold on. To the Toyota Crowns and 2000 GT's M engines. There we go. God. It's been sorry, I haven't been, like, doing this thing for a long time. Like, it's because I had a lot of stuff, like, to do, and I didn't have time to finish all this off. M engines. Like, when I think of M engines, I'm thinking the M power engine from BMW, but not really. But interior aspects were also similar, as was the chassis code A. Along with this name, Toyota also included its own logo for the Supra. It was derived from the original Celica logo being blue instead of orange. This logo was used until January 1986, when the A70 Supra was introduced. The new logo was similar in size, with orange writing on the red background, but without the dragon design. That logo, in turn, was on Supras until 1991, when Toyota switched to its current oval company logo. The dragon logo was a Celica logo, regardless of what color it was. it appeared on the first two generations of the Supra because they were officially Toyota Celicas. The dragon logo was used for the Celica line until it was also discontinued. Yeah, until it was also discontinued. In 1998, Toyota ceased sales on the fourth generation of the Supra in the US. So we're talking, I bet you guys know it. It's the A.A. Mark IV Supra. That's like everybody's favorite Supra. My favorite Supra as well. You know, I always loved 2JZ engines. They were just brilliant. 1JZs were also cool, with single turbo, twin turbocharged. Pretty cool. Naturally aspirated. It's okay here and there. Say in 1998, Toyota ceased sales on the fourth generation of the Supra in the US. Production of the fourth generation of the Supra for worldwide markets ended in 2002. Just like with any of the other Japanese cars, like the Skyline R34, that ended production in 2002. In January 2019, the fifth generation of the Supra, which was co-developed with the G29 Z4 BMW, was introduced. So, let's talk about the first generation Supra. So let's do it. So the first generation A40, A50 Supra from 1978. The Toyota Celica Supra MA47. That kind of sounds like a rifle name. MA47. That's crazy. Overview is first, which is always important, as you guys know what I'm going to talk about. The overview of what the car is called and when it was introduced and all that, where it's assembled. Oh no, that doesn't. Blah 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 blah, all that other stuff, you know. Also called the Toyota Celica XX, but that's in Japan. And even the Toyota Celica Supra. Its production was from April 1978 to from April 1978 to June 1981. Model years from 1979 to 1981. Assembly is in Japan at the Tahara plant in Tahara, Aichi, like I said before. And next up is the body and chassis. It's related to the Toyota Carina A40 and the Toyota Celica A40. Next up, we got the powertrains. So we got 3 different engines and 3 different transmissions. So we got 1988cc 2-liter M-EU inline 6. We also have a 2563cc 2.5-liter 4M-E inline 6, and we also got a 2759cc a 2.8-liter 5M-E inline 6 engines. Now we got the 3 transmissions. So the first one, which is the best, we've got a 5-speed W50 manual. The other 2 are kind of the worst for me. The 4-speed A40D or A40D automatic, and a 4-speed A43D automatic. The dimensions is next. Wheelbase is 2,630 millimeters, 103.5 inches, or 103.5. Length 4,600 to 4,600 to 4,600 to 4,615 millimeters, 181.1 to 181.7 inches. Width is 1,650 millimeters, 65 inches. Height 1,290 to 1,310 millimeters, 50.8 to 51.6 inches. So then the width, that was the height I just done right now. Now is the curb weight, which is important. It weighs 2,535 to 2,800 pounds, well, 2,800 pounds, and 1,150 kilos to 1,270 kilos. So it's a difference in weight. The first generation of the Supra was based largely upon the Toyota Celica liftback, or fastback, but was longer by 129.5 millimeters, 5.10 inches. The doors and the rear section were shared with the Celica, but the front panels were elongated to accommodate the inline 6 instead of the Celica's 4-cylinder engine, as the other Supra people would expect. Well, they wouldn't really expect a 4-cylinder, because the Supras have 6 cylinders, which is the best. Toyota's original plan for the Supra at this time was to make it a competitor to the very popular Datsun, now Nissan, Z car or Z car. Not I'm not sure if they're meaning like the new Nissan C with like the 3-liter twin turbo 400 horsepower V6, or I think it's 4-liter. I don't know, but when I saw that, it was a really good car, like really good. So we're gonna do. So we got 1978 to do. I just bruised my arm, but I'm fine. Alright, so 1978. In April 1978, Toyota began production of the Supra in Japan as the Celica XX and sold it alongside the Celica at Japanese dealership sales channels called TCS, Toyota Corolla Store. The Supra was offered with a 125 PS, 92 kilowatt, 123 horsepower, 2-liter 12-valve SOHC inline 6 engine. So it's like 2 valves per cylinder. Yeah, SOHC inline 6 engine. So yeah, like again, 2 valves per cylinder. M-EU chassis code MA45, or the 111 PS, 82 kilowatt, 110 horsepower, 2.6 liter 12 valve SOHC single overhead cam inline 6 engine. So again, 2 valves per cylinder. The chassis code is MA46, which is for 4M-E. The Japanese model was equipped with a smaller 2-liter engine, so the buyers wouldn't incur an additional tax under both vehicle size and engine displacement regulations. It's like engine size regulations of how big like the engine should be. Both engines were equipped with electronic fuel injection. The installation of the larger engine did obligate Japanese buyers to pay a higher annual road tax, making owning a car more expensive than the smaller Celica. The Supra was first exported outside Japan on January 1979, so that was almost like the end of, so that was like the end of the 70s and the start of like the early 80s. The federalized model was originally equipped with 110 horsepower, 82 kilowatt, 112 PS, 2.6 liter 12 valve SOHC inline 6 engine. Gearbox options for the model were either a 5-speed W15 manual or an optional 4-speed A40D automatic. Both gearboxes featured an overdrive gear. The top gear, not to be confused with the show top gear, but the top gear as in like the high gear in the 5-speed was its overdrive gear, whereas the automatic transmission featured an overdrive gear that would engage at speeds of over 56 kilometers an hour, which is 35 miles an hour. The drivetrain for the Supra retains the T-Series solid rear axle configuration of the Celica in the Japanese MA45 version, and a larger F-Series and an optional LSD in the MA46 and MA47. So they have an optional limited slip differential, so they can drift like a lot better. So it can send like the power to like each wheel like whenever it needs like that kind of power. The car also came standard with 4-wheel brake rotors and featured a 4-link rear suspension with coil springs, lateral track bar, and stabilizer bar, or anti-roll bar, or sway bar as you can call it. The front suspension consisted of McPherson struts and a stabilized bar. The interior of the Supra had optional power windows and power locks as in to lock the car, as part of the convenience package. The convenience package also included cruise control and special door trim with door pull straps with an optional sunroof. As for standard features in the center console, there was an extended map light and a flip-top armrest which provided storage. Some other features were the tilt steering wheel, deep zippered pockets on the back of the front seats, and a tonneau. I think it's spelled Tonneau. I think it's a French word. I don't know. Cover under the lift back. Lift back or fastback. The dashboard also contained a state-of-the-art AM/FM MXP 4-speaker stereo, analog clock, and a tachometer as part of the instruments panel. I was gonna say installment, but instrument panel it was there. Next we got 1979. The mid-1979 changes for the 80s model year US model were mostly cosmetic. The interior received a redesigned center console and a digital quartz clock. On the exterior, hold on. On the exterior, there we go. On the exterior, huh? Gotta take a breathe because I'm talking so fast. Alright. So breathe in. Breathe out. There we go. So let's talk like slow and not just rushing, you know. On the exterior were redesigned side view mirrors and 14 by 5.5 inch aluminum wheels were standard. The previous year had steel wheels with plastic wheel covers as standard, and the aluminum wheels were optional. In addition, body molded mud flaps became available on cars finished in copper, metallic, and white. The mud flaps were painted same with the body color, while the mud flaps were left black on all other colors. On the rear of the mud flaps, the word Celica was painted in white lettering. The official Supra site also notes that there was an additional of optional leather trimmed seating and an automatic climate control. Next up, we got 1980, like the start of the 80s. In August 1980, the Supra received an upgrade in displacement with the 2.8 liter 5M-E engine. It was still a 12-valve SOHC single overhead cam engine, but had a power output of 87 kilowatts, 118 PS, 116 horsepower, and a 145 pound-feet, 197 newton meters of torque. The car's auto gearbox was changed to a revised Toyota A435 4-speed automatic, and it gained a revised final drive gearing. Because of the change in both the engine and gearbox, a new chassis code of MA47 was given to the 1981 model. Performance figures for this model include a 0 to 100 km an hour, 0 to 60 mile an hour acceleration time of 10.24 seconds, and a quarter mile time of 17.5 seconds at a speed of 125 kilometers an hour, which is 77.7 miles an hour. Also in 1980, a new sports performance package became an option, which include sports suspension, raised white leather tires, and front and rear spoilers. This also marketed the last year that an 8-track tape player was offered in any Supra. Now we got the powertrain. Now I've done like a diagram, like in some of my past videos, I used to do diagrams like these to show like the year of the car, the code, like the engine, the power, the torque, like the gearbox, and the market, and like how many units were sold, and all that sort of stuff, you know, etc., etc. So let's do it. So I'll do the first one. So I numbered them because like I usually get confused of which ones I do. So I numbered them just to make sure I'm on the right track. So the first one is the MA45. So it's from April 1978 to August 1980, and it had a 2-liter, 121.3 cubic inch ME inline 6 with 92 kilowatts, 125 PS, 123 horsepower. And it also had 136 pound-feet, 184 newton meters of torque. Transmission options are a 5-speed W50 manual or a 4-speed A40D automatic, which is in Japan. Next, we got the MA55 from August 1980 to July 1981. Also with the same engine, 2-liter, with the same engine, the same power, the same torque even, and with the same gearbox, and it was also from Japan. So the MA45 and the MA55, they both have the same exact power output, same engine, same torque, and the gearbox and where it was from as well. So that's the MA45 and the MA45 and MA55 done. Now we got the MA46. That was from April 1978 to August 1980, and from January 1979 to August 1980. So it had a 2,563 cubic cc. Wait, hold on. So wait. It had a 2.6 liter, 156.4 cubic inch, 4ME inline 6. Power is from 100 and there's two versions. From the 78 to 1980 version, you get that one that has 103 kilowatts, 140 PS, 138 horsepower. And the one from 1979 to 1980, that had 82 kilowatts, 112 PS, 110 horsepower. Torque is also the same. Same gearbox, but and the market is also in Japan, but it's also in North America as well. Now we got the MA47 and MA56. So those cars were from August 1980 to July 1981. Had a 2.8 liter, 2,759 cc, 2.8 liter, 168.4 cubic inch, 5M-E inline 6, and had 87 kilowatts, 118 PS, 116 horsepower. But this one has the most torque out of these three. 145 pound-feet of torque I'm talking about, 197 newton meters. Transmission is also, well, the 5-speed is the same 5-speed W50 manual, but it has a 4-speed A43D automatic, and it's in Japan and also the whole world as well. All right, we got the Celica XX. The Celica XX, pronounced double X, is the Japanese market name of the first generation of the Celica Supra. It was offered in Japan during the years 1978 to 1981 and was redesigned actually in 1981 as well. Toyota obtained engineering assistance from Lotus Cars, Lotus, the British car company. Lotus Cars, and supplied some components for use in the Lotus XL. Lotus XL. Lotus XL. It was spelled EXCEL. Not like the letters like X and then L. But that was the other way around, so that was backwards, so it's X and then L. So mighty sound. That almost sounded like a V8, but it was like a bike engine. So yeah. For use in the Lotus XL. Just doing that so you guys won't get I can't even talk. So take a deep breath. I do that so you guys won't get confused. There we go. The Supra was sold as the Celica XX only in Japan at Japanese dealership sales channels called TCS, Toyota Corolla Store. In worldwide markets, it was sold as the Celica Supra. In 1981, the Celica XX introduced the world's first navigation computer. In other words, they had the first ever sat-nav system. And this will be it, guys. So, if you guys like this first part of the Supra, comment below what you think of it. Like the video, subscribe, hit notification bell, hit all so you're alerted when I make new uploads. And I'll see you guys next time in part 2 for the second generation Supra. So, I gotta get going. I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, have a safe day. And have a really great day as well. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon. So, stay tuned for more videos coming up. Well, stay tuned for more videos I got coming up. And I'll see you guys soon. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon though. Gotta get going. So take care, and have a great day. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.